Hi, this is Miss Erig, and we're going to go over N-RN-B, which is use properties of rational and irrational numbers. Now, if you're using the worksheet I distributed, I had this as June 2014, but in fact it's from the August 2014 test, and it's question number 25. Let's look at it. Miss Fox asked her class, the sum of 4.2 and the square root of 9, is it rational or irrational? Patrick answered the sum would be irrational. State whether Patrick is correct or incorrect and justify your reasoning. Let's just take a step back real quick. Sum, we know, is for addition. Okay, just as a little bit of a review if you need this. When you see difference, that is going to be for subtraction. Okay, when we have product, that is for multiply, and I'm just going to write multiply instead of multiplication. And whenever you see quotient, that means divide. Okay, so that's just a little reminder. Again, anytime you see is, or was, or same, what they want you to do for these is to write equal. Okay? So for example, 5 plus 3 is 8 is equal. The trees were the same, the trees were equal. Their wages were the same, their wages were equal. Okay? Also, let's just look at irrational and rational. Just as a reminder, rational numbers can be written in A over B form, or basically rational numbers are fractions. Okay, so just to talk about this a little bit more, what we're going to do is let's look at some examples of rational and irrational numbers. Okay, so for example, if I have 5, well, the number 5 could be written as 5 over 1. Now, a way to convert to fractions, if you don't remember, is just to hit Math, Enter, Enter. Okay? So, if I hit Enter, and then I hit Math, Enter, Enter, I still get 5. I don't get a crazy looking decimal. If I do the square root of 25, and I want to have it converted to a fraction, I still get 5. I don't get a crazy decimal. Okay? Now, if I have something like the square root of 7, though, and I use my arrow to get out and I hit Math, Enter, Enter, look what I get. I get an ugly decimal. Because I get an ugly decimal, that makes it irrational. So irrational numbers, I'm just going to write ugly decimals because that's what they are. Okay? They're non-repeating, okay, and they're non-terminating. So now that we've just gone over a couple of those things, I'm going to give you one other piece of information. Whenever you add or subtract anything with a rational number, you will always get a rational number. I don't know if I said it correctly, so let me say it again. When you add or subtract anything with an irrational number, you will always get an irrational number, no matter what. It's just how it is. Okay? If you're multiplying and dividing, and I'm just going to put IR for irrational numbers, you will sometimes get an irrational number and sometimes a rational number. It all depends. Okay? So those are just notes that you need to have. So let's go back to what our original question was, now that we have all those background notes. Ms. Fox asked her class, is the sum of 4.2 and the square root of 2 rational or irrational? So I'm going to write my response in this box. Well, let's look at it. Well, let's see. Is 4.2 rational or irrational? So on my calculator, I hit 4.2, math, enter, enter. Well, 4.2 converts to 21 over 5, so I know that 4.2 is rational. Now let's see what the square root of 2 is. Square root of 2, get out from underneath the radical by hitting the arrow key, math, enter, enter. I get an ugly decimal, so I know it's irrational. Okay, so I need to answer the question. State whether Patrick is correct or is incorrect. Well, this sum would be irrational, and therefore Patrick is correct. Now, right in this box is truly all you would need to do on the test, because you're explaining it, because you're saying 4.2 is rational, you're saying the square root of 2 is irrational, you're saying their sum is irrational, so that means Patrick is correct. So this is exactly how you would do this. Okay? So that was N-RN-B, question number 25.